In some ways, that's also monopoly practice because M Microsoft has a monopoly on desktops. The consumer welfare standard is basically based on consumer choice, right?
Right.
I
It's a free market approach to antitrust.
Right.
And
So if you use Google as an example, people use Google, like 80% of the people use Google, but they have a choice to use Bing. They just don't use Bing, right?
right, right. And I'm not going to tell you that Bing is better or worse. I don't use it because I like Google. I mean, it just
Yeah.
works for me, and it's getting better all the time. And every time you buy a Microsoft software on your computer and it tries to substitute Bing, well,
Yeah.
I just have to go in and turn that off. But
Well, in some ways, that's also monopoly practice because M Microsoft has a monopoly on desktops. If you're going to use the kind of the formal definition that any monopoly is at least 80% of the market, if you're that's which is basically in business kind of considered. Oh,
so
I was saying that Microsoft has the monopoly on the desktop because there's well over 80% of computers have Microsoft operating systems. So they stick Bing in there, even though, like you said, most people wouldn't wanna use it. Actually, I use it. I use both of them, and I find, that they're virtually identical. There's no real difference.
well, what is the one that a lot of people talk about because they advertise themselves as not keeping your data and stuff. DuckDuckGo.
Yeah,
DuckDuckGo is run by the Bing engine, so
right.
it's
That's right. I know that.
they just set that rule that they
Right.
won't keep your data. But anyway.